Hello again, it's Marxist, and we're here today with a UGC Pocket demo review. He plays Pocket for a UGC Steel team. It's a POV, so I'll do what I can uh, to see what we can see. It's on CP Warmfront, which we still play in UGC due to the sort of lack of new maps, because we have a longer season in UGC, an extra week, so. We still need an additional map even over whatever ESCA chooses to do. So even if they found another great map, we'd still have another map in the rotation that wasn't there. And so I'll preface this by saying that Warmfront is a little different than what you're gonna see on a map like, say, Badlands or uh, Granary or something like that, but most of it's fairly the same. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So that's a typical thing to do. I don't know why my HUD isn't displaying health numbers for you. So such as life. But yeah, that's good. I have literally no idea how much health you've got. If that's an error in my HUD, then that's, reasonable. If it's your HUD, I would strongly encourage you to change that, because you may need to know. You clearly seem to know. Yeah, they escaped. It's good enough. You've got them on their last. There are a couple different things that your team could do here still, because they have advantage on you now. Also, you knew right then, if you wanted to play it really ballsy, you knew right then that their combo was really focused on the right side. See, like right now, somebody ought to be trying to get to last from the left side. You guys abandoned this a little. Well, they're coming. Need a little help from your scout here. You've got great spawns here, and they're. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. You're doing a good job of not shooting at the medic. And we've got an Uber glitch, so that's wonderful. Somebody needs to get on the point. There you go. It was too late, though. That was mostly a team mistake. Like, you needed someone on that point a lot earlier. And in cool. If it persists past, let's reset. No. Nope. This will be a bomb. Really slow development to your favor. You haven't really. Yeah. Med got a little bit too far away from everybody. At this point, you should just suicide for their med. You and whoever else may still suicide for their med. Right. You should have just went ahead and jumped him. I mean, you'll probably get shut down, but you got to try to do apply as much on warm front because this map is really hard to push last with reliably and get, but not nearly so on. You guys are trying to build. That's good. Now, you've lost someone, so you need. I like putting my combo in the back left. The ideal spot is up on that ramp where your demo is. Like, that's the best spot. You can't really be doing that right now. They gave some. They let you get Ubers, so you know where their combo is. So you got them pretty here. And yeah, you just jump. They've got mid. It's on you to give them reason to push, not to. I mean, you prone to there close and you hit two. Just being aggressive because you and you can't. Rough, and you got additional way. Old NAT Sigma made how to make this last harder to take. Considering if any less needed to be harder, wasn't really on that list, but so you're probably going to see a suicide from them. There's already a spy. Now they're just going to push it. Yeah, and they get punished for it. That's when you're heavy. He ought to have been saying that he was alright. So they get going. Unfortunately, you don't have very many people. Gotta jump for Scout from doing his thing. Okay, yeah, easy peasy. Grabbing his aim. Got a HUD. I don't know why that suddenly just turned on. Whatever, I watched some TF2. Some sort of error in the POV problem. I don't know. So we're back to just lazying about shenanigans. So you're probably gonna for shenanigans. Situation like, if you're gonna commit to this back haul, pretty much he or she sit behind that glass tube and absolutely not peek. He goes any med. Your med needs to be careful to stay put. It feels silly, you want to, but you. I mean, Mackie had a strat on this map where the only way you could reliably kill the medic was to run two ambassador spies uncloak and headshot the medic from either spawn. Alright, so and earlier than you. You guys are gonna get forced soon. Oh, nobody's on the point. Go. No. See anything wrong from you there? You can't be domed by first, so there's, only so much you can do once that happens. Your first mid was good. You did exactly what a pocket ought to do on this map. So they've gone right side. You out. So you've gotten 2 picks on that, unless somebody just goes absolutely ham. So the only thing I would change about what you did there was probably could have jumped right at it would opened up space instead of members of your team that had actually gone to mid were doing something, which they ended up managing it, but you can't around. There was like the equivalent of mid, if you come out of the house, you go, oh, there's stickies there, and then walk out of the house. And you can't reliably do that because it's too much of a disadvantage, and you win anyways because they try to push out, which you can't really. We got some. That's good. Thank you. Lift this time. Their demo goes. Thing. They're already obliterated. Yeah, just stay alive. You have so many. Yeah. So you played that well. About as well as you could have. Try to push up. But yeah. That I did just and and some look around them of their medic, but you just gotta pick, so that's go time. Just let that soldier die. You shouldn't manage, they're done here. You aggressively, as a result, your med forced. I mean, the only thing that would Ubering there, your Uber chases their Uber to last or something. You'd be in the now. They can't rely close on the left. Their med survived, so I don't want to do something. Suicide, try and get the pop out, and you lose 2 people. They kind of did that too. Like getting in a massive hold position. The risk is they've a sniper now, because who is made bold by the fact uselessness isn't unaccounted. Yeah. Stop it. Just pop it. They're still not on the point. They they didn't. Oh, you gotta stop the point. Yes. Now, I'd like to see you. Yeah, you've got a 7. The roamer always had way less than that. Challenging that pyro there was a dangerous decision to do again, because you just have to presume that it's going to be able to do. Yeah. So as a a scout or the roamer has to sacrifice him or herself on the point, get them to draw it. You kind of did that, but nobody was really helping you. You shoot in front of yourself to try and. So you went for the hardest in the world. If you're at a high disadvantage like that, rockets just shotgun guy. Solid here. Just go to last while that. Yep. There you go. No. About that. Not reach the illustrious double wipe, but they're scout capping the point long in the mid. As you can see, like it will not be capping. So that is pretty trade back forever. Reason why it was voted out of the ESCA rotation. But it's not that big of an issue. We'll see if it comes into play. You're also, which is, it's going to be close. You know, so but you have that scout's deftly running into rocket. Learn the name of their medic. I don't know how successful it is. One of crits is that you've everybody with it, but you only need 2 or 3 really. Medic, then that scout is deep. Making you look good. So you guys should get mid. I don't know why the point's not being capped yet. Actually do another rocket jump there if you want. You can do it like a 3 there. It's actually get to mid pretty much purely with skip jumps. Leaves that medium health kit at the mid fight where you can just be gone. That was just a team like often do other things instead instead of having to stay as a group, and you stayed and died, your team. Medic basically playing pocket for purposes, and he other people is a little different than holding granary yard because it's real easy to just get if you're standing up. Okay, you guys do a good job of building. I mean, in collar or not, I didn't like the end there. That's kind of a scout thing. Let them do it because your demo's just over the. Never really know when people might just show up. You to, but they give two, so you're. They pop you around. Yeah. I'd like your demo more committed to the severe med. What you would have done, left him, jumped on top of the house, jumped on top of things, get them to also have someone. And it would have locked them out. It would have started out a lot sooner. Because right now the situation's really fluid. But you're doing a good building. Well, so they pop on the. I think. It looked very much popped. Oh, there they go. They didn't need to get popped. There's ammo right there, yeah. It's on your med, yeah. So you wasn't gonna dunk on you, so pop a little early. Your medic saw something else you didn't, and so he decided it was time to go. Oh, in that case, it's water under the. A lot of the time when you're, so this is the main thing that I've is are in your sort of mode, going around, and your team really eyes on things. So like when you guys talk, or if you don't, just having ammo pack and the shutter door or whatever right side, and that's your responsibility, you know. That way your team knows a little better or can know a little bit what isn't covered. I like to pull that scout. Villain quote. So one rocket, then you're a waste of life fighting. We were pretty bunched up. Oh, your med, but he had to. Your med just gives you. This is where you need to jump. So no, there need to be other classes that they need to be responsible, and it's because you behind them, and now they. You'd have probably been able to get kills too. Whoever was with you, that scout that showed up towards the end there, would have been able to apply pressure as well. It's just something like that. But yeah. There you go. 2 rockets, but whatever. You did it somewhat. This test. You know that to not walk anywhere close to that dot. You but you need to just get out. Pushing into a sniper is a really eventually you're gonna run into a sniper that's just gonna dome you every time you peek across. And all he's hard to get a pick. Fall out here. You still kill the sniper. Oh. Enough meat. Good idea. I don't know what the numbers was like TV, but it would have probably was better to just leave. Maybe you could have suicided Romer style. So life. They fought. You need a little flash love in there. He is hard. Oh, yeah. Make let people in. There's not a lot of. Somebody should just who's closest to the point. Thus the or the demo man. Demo man's always a good too. And every be that it must have space on this mid. And let's go down. You win. Hey, Demo kills himself. I'd have liked to see you guys just out just still and cap point as a chase was that he did. Good. Yeah. Put time on the point. Ammo soon and they took it from you. Two down. It's and the demo. Alright, so we'll throw on a random video. I'll talk. So we'll throw out some old TLR footage and I'll talk. You did better there towards the end of not wandering around as much when your team is trying to hold. So that's good. That was the only thing, that I saw that you were doing that was really wrong. Your team's last pushes are really disorganized. Like some people are going, way deep, and other people are chilling, capping points that shouldn't be. I would strongly encourage you. I mean, there's partly a reason why soldiers always bottom score, and it's because they just don't cap points. Your soldiers are much better used doing other stuff. Um, you did. I actually saw your shotgun, which I didn't expect. Saying you were in UGC Steel, I didn't foresee that, so that was good. I like that you went to it a lot. Uh, Ideally, I mean, just something to think about is to use it as your finishing weapon. So, if you're gonna kill somebody with a ground shot rocket, think about shotgunning them instead. So the way that pockets get such high DPS, you'll see like there was some match where Seagull just achieved tremendous DPS. You may see it from TLR here, but the way that they manage that is by see there with Shade. The way they manage that is they preserve their rocket count by shotgunning things when they're going to kill them. I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to use rockets to kill something, but typically, just think about counting and stuff like that. You did it some of the time, but it should be like your go-to option if possible. Yeah, other than that, I didn't really see anything. This map's a little different, so I can't go over super specific stuff um, like I normally would. So yeah, don't wander around. Don't do quite so much peeking. Don't jump into snipers unless you're sure they're really bad. Don't shoot rockets at pyros if you can help it, because someday you will get reflected, and you or your medic especially will die, and that's never good. Um, Try and get your team to slow down so that you've got scouts capping points instead of your demo and combo. Your combo should, I mean, your med may cap every now and again, but your combo should basically never do that. It should always just be a scout on the point. And they had a pause here back in the day, but we'll stick with it because I'm wrapping up. Uh, but yeah, and then some of your mid fights you kind of like backed out or did kind of weird stuff. And as Pocket, you're kind of the battering ram at mid. You and the roamer's role is to create space in which your not so health point heavy scouts and your demo, who got to mid way earlier than everybody else and is now kind of low on ammo and possibly health, they need some time to get set up. The scouts need to get into a position where the two of them can start killing things, and the demo needs some time to either get healed or reload or both. And so you and the roamer have to go in and do your thing. And if you're like backing out of mid and coming a different way, your team should be dead. Especially because they're fighting a 6v5 the whole time you're there, and your med was following you. So that you were fighting 4v6 and still winning by some stroke of luck, aka your team was better at clicking on people. So don't do that. You've got to go. And there was another time where like there were stickies on the ground and your med didn't want to come out. You basically either shoot them with a rocket and hope for the best, and hope that they're not so egotistical that they'll freak out when you do that. Or just let him deal with them, him or her, and you'll achieve that. They'll just needle gun them, and if they don't have a needle gun, then they just gotta hope for the best. Usually they can just wait until you jump, and the demo will det the sticks anyways, because they've got bigger problems coming at them in the air, or they just won't det. because they're not watching that anymore, you may still get unlucky. Also, if their demo is able to sticky you like that, it means something right isn't right in the opening. Your scouts or your demo should be distracting their demo to such a degree that he can't focus on keeping your combo from getting to mid. So that's one thing that you may want to work on as a team. So yeah, I think I've pretty much covered everything I'd want to talk about. So thanks for the submission, and feel free to give more. I hope you found this to be helpful.